unilaterally by the superintendent, if that was your goal, all you achieved by your actions on Monday was chaos. It doesn't mean we have to be mask optional, and it doesn't mean we have to revert. It simply means there should have otherwise been engagement from this community who trusts and chose to elect these board members regardless of our opinions on masking or reverting to previous post-truth. So, to say the least, I will open it up to my fellow board. I am certainly in favor of Thief James, who stole the words out of my mouth, thank you, Peggy. And I would like to maintain to this board, this is a discussion that should be played out in public. This is a discussion that is played out in public in other school districts. They have chosen different paths. The worst path that we could have chose was the one that you did, Superintendent Prentiss. And in that choice, included in that choice, parents, correct me if I'm wrong, no communication was sent out on Sunday night indicating to community members the extent of circumstances their students would suffer if they chose not to come to school with a mask. Had they made that communication, which was not made, and to reiterate, said communication could have been discussed if the board fully convened a full board meeting at the request of, I know at least this board member on several occasions for an emergency meeting. You parents may not have sent your children to school because you would have known they would have been openly violating and dealing with certain circumstances, including going remote. But when they didn't get a chance to go remote and to exercise the option to stay at home, instead, perhaps they generated a failure to be educated because they were stuck in an auditorium for several hours that had that communication went on Sunday. Many families would have chosen to obey the instructions that would have been given on Sunday that wouldn't result in this board member's serious consideration that we perhaps have here a failure to educate. So with that, I will open it up to the full board for discussion. It goes without saying I'm in full support of being mask optional. But I do want to echo some of the comments made earlier. I'm not right. I'm just one board member with an opinion who's been stifled to give it. And for that, this community is entitled to this discussion. We have it tonight, and if we don't, how are we true leaders? Thank you.